How can I fix... Aha! Hello and welcome to Beller Family Fun. We are back on the golf cart today. Now I've got a headlight hooked up to here, and it is connected to two 6-volt batteries. Golf carts have 6-volt batteries, so it's connected to two. So whenever I'm running an accessory, it runs down just those two batteries, and the charger will charge the batteries evenly. So if it draws these batteries down, it goes up until they're full, and so the two batteries are being utilized for accessories get drained, they're not even. What we're going to do is fix that. Let's take a look. All I've got hooked up right now is the LED headlight, just a little headlight. But I would like to be able to add on some accessories. I'd like to accessorize the golf cart. Maybe radio, maybe more lights, anything 12 volt that people add on to vehicles. I want to add on 12 volt items. In order to do that, I need to add a reducer. This reducer can hook up to the front and the back of these batteries, so the negative here and the positive here, which is 36 volt, reduces it down to 12 volts, and then it creates a drain across the entire battery pack instead of just the two batteries. Let's add this reducer in. Now, the hard part is figuring out the key switch. Am I going to be able to do that? I don't know. Also, instead of running 36 volts through a small toggle switch or something like that, I've got one of these. This is a relay switch. We can add a relay to it, and I think that might be better. And it was cheap to add on, so I figured I'd grab it and see if I could figure out how to put it on. Now I just got to figure out how to put them on. Okay, after poking around in here and messing with wires for a good hour and a half, like 5 minutes, but I got the relay figured out, which was the part that I was most worried about. So now let's keep poking around. Did I get a relay unnecessarily? So I figured out the relay portion, so now I'm on to this converter that changes. It's a step-down converter for 36, 48 volts down to 12 volts, so I can run my accessories. I didn't want to get a cheap one. Everything, the cheapest one, it's not like this is expensive. Everything I read on the internet said just skip the little super duper cheap ones and get a little bit better one. So this one is a little bit better, and it appears that it has a relay or a switch in it already. Let me try to mess with this and see if I can get it to kick on and off with the key, because now I know where the key wire goes. I can hook this up to it, and it should, whenever I turn the key on, this should crank up and put out 12 volts. So let's do some wire twisting and see what happens. What I have found is this relay. Pretty neat, but unnecessary. I can return that to the Amazons. This has its own relay inside. So we've got your main positive, your main negative, your main outputs. This one is that switch. So I connect this to the key switch. When I turn the key on, I get 12 volts out. When I turn the key off, it is nothing. Sweet, that's good. That's less wiring I have to do. Now I figure out where to mount this and how to tidy up the wires and make it nice and neat and clean, because this is not. And I should probably clean this up while I'm in here, because this connection to that connection with duct tape, that's not great. I'll fix that. Okay, here's what I done did. I mounted the reducer. What I got here is I found a bunch of these little angle brackets and bolted that on, and that gives it a little air space to cool off. At least that's my excuse, because I can't find a board to mount it to make it look nice and clean. Now I need to start wiring up, making my little wiring harness. Where's the other side? So I need to start sending these to the right locations with the right rings and terminals. Let's get it done. I got the negative hooked up, the positive hooked up. I got the switch hooked up, the key switch, so I have that split, one going into my harness and two following its normal path, which goes into here and does whatever it does over there. So I'm using this old extension cord, and this is the 12 volts out back up to the front. At some point I'm going to put up some sort of a fuse block where I've got positive on one side, a couple of positives and a couple of negatives on either side. That way I can hook up multiple accessories. Right now I've got just that one headlight up front. Later on down the road I can add on more lights, radio, whatever else needs to be added. Right here I cut this wire and put a new connector on it and put some heat shrink, some red heat shrink, because it is a positive connection. What was there, this butt connector with another wire hanging out. So guess where that went? Way back in there. What's this? A pen? Another pen? Oh my goodness, that hurt. Alright, so here we go. Pop. The key hooked up. Down here we've got 0 volts. Let's turn the key on. Alright, key is on. And 13 volts. Sweet. Let's hook up some light. Hook up a light, and then we'll just be done with this today. Light switch is off. Key is off. If I can. Okay, so now it's on. Light is not on. Let's see. There we go. See if you can see in the background the light coming on. Now turn the key back off. And the light. So if you're doing it, hope you can figure it out. It wasn't too terrible. That's all I got for this one. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.